Record from beginning. Hi dear students, welcome to Mahila Samaja Digital Classroom. Now you are all watching 9th standard science class. In this class, I am going to teach you about the motion. So some of the important points we are going to discuss in this class is introduction to the motion, meaning of motion and rest, types of motion, meaning of scalar and vector quantities, physical quantities, meaning and SI unit of distance, distance time graph, meaning and SI unit of displacement. Let us study one by one. In this first one is introduction of the motion. In this, dear students, we are very well experienced in our day-to-day life. Many incidences are looking in our nature. In this, birds are flying freely in the sky. Fish is swimming in a water. Movement of planets around the stars. Movement of leaves. Evidence of air movement. In a moving bus, roadside trees appears to be moving backwards. The beautiful phenomenon of sunrise and sunset due to the motion of earth. Standing bus on the roadside. The roadside electric poles. Blackboard in the classroom. Kitchen room is fixed in the house. If you take like this many examples, so it is indicating something. What you know, students? It's very simple. Some of the objects are under movement. Movement means motion. And some are the under rest. It means there is no movement. Next. So for that, so let us study these diagrams. In first diagram, say this beautiful birds are flying in a open sky freely. It means movement of the birds. Next diagram, our teacher is taking a class. She is writing on the blackboard. This blackboard is fixed. It means blackboard is under rest. Teacher is under motion. So next in this diagram, these three buses are standing in the bus stand. Okay, there is no movement in the bus. It means these buses are under rest. So next, this is planets. It should be revolving around the sun in the solar system. Next, this electric poles, it should be fixed in the roadside. Next, we are going to study about motion and rest. First, I want to explain rest. An object does not change its position with respect to a reference point is called rest. Example, standing car on a roadside. It means there is no movement in the car. Next, electric poles on the roadside. KRS Dam for a Kaveri river. Okay. Do you understand, students, about the rest? Rest means there is no movement in the objects. Okay. Next, motion. An object which can change its position or place with respect to stationary object or a reference point. Moment of an object with respect to time is called motion. So for example, planets are revolving around the sun. Moving train on the track. In moving bus or roadside trees appears to be moving backwards. The phenomena of sunrise and sunset. So from above these informations or examples, some of the motion are fast. For example, movement of the train on a track, it is a fast. Some of the motions are slow. For example, movement of the planets around the sun in the solar system. Next important thing is types of motions. In this, linear motion, rotational motion, vibrational motion, and circular motion. Dear students, already you have explained these things in the 8th standard. Once again, linear motion means what? The objects which can move in a straight line. It is nothing but a linear motion. Next, rotational motion. Rotational means, so it should be rotating like a wheels in the vehicles. That is called as a rotational motion. Vibrational motion. So it is spinning of the objects. It is nothing but a vibrational motion. Circular motion. The objects which are under circular path is called as a circular motion. Best example is your clock. Next important thing is based on physical quantities. This motion can be categorized by two important things. That is, first one is uniform motion. Second one is non-uniform motion. So let us study one by one. First one is uniform motion. Students, uniform means what? Not your school uniform. So it means all are looks like in a same color code. That is called uniform. Is a trade. So in the same way, motion can also be explained. The objects cover equal distances in equal intervals of time is called uniform motion. See, for example, I will give you for this. So all students which are coming for a 9th standard, they have a common dress code, is it right? And a common code, it is 9th standard, right? So one more example, a car can cover first 90 kilometers in 2 hours. Next, in 2 hours, it cover another 90 kilometers. Observe here, 90 kilometer, 90 kilometer. Your distances are equal. So next year, time, 2 hours, 2 hours. It is also same. So that is the uniform motion. Next one is non-uniform motion. The objects which can cover unequal distances in equal intervals of time is called non-uniform motion. So students, just here observe here, distances are unequal, but the time is same. For this, a car covers 60 kilometers in first hour. Okay, in the next hour, he has a little urgent, he has made the speed up. For what? In 1 hour, it can cover 80 kilometers, right? So here 80 kilometer, 60 kilometer. Your distance, what happens here? So it should be changes, but time is 1 hour. Here also 1 hour. It is same. So that is due to your non-uniform motion. So next important thing is physical quantities of physics. So like distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. This can be explained based on two important concepts, that is a scalar quantity and a vector quantity. So let us study one by one. Dear students, already you are learned in the 8th standard. Scalar quantity. The physical quantity, it means basically which are the physical quantities like mass, amount, values, these things, which can be depend on magnitude, not on the direction, irrespective of direction, and in any direction. And it is denoted by SI unit. For example, distance in meter in a smaller scale, kilometer in higher scale, speed is meter per second. So and also mass, how we are going to represent the mass? Mass is also in SI unit, that is kg or grams we are going to represent like this scalar quantities. Next, vector quantities. The physical quantity which can be depend on both magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. Best example is displacement and velocity as well as acceleration. Next important thing is physical quantities of physics. If you do anything, some raw materials, it should be required for that. Okay. So likewise, if you explain any concepts of the physics, So here we need a physical quantities, that is distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. Okay, these are the important physical quantities in the physics. So let us study one by one. First one is distance. The actual path covered by an object in any direction, andre irrespective of direction, in any direction. So that is called as a distance. Actual path ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರನ ಕ್ರಮಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. So that is nothing but a distance. SI unit of distance is meter in smaller scale, kilometer in longer scale. Okay, so note, distance never become a zero. Distance ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ zero ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Second one, an object travels different paths in a different direction, then its total path is to get by simply adding the magnitude. So best example, observe this diagram. A is traveling from A to B, next B to C has traveled. Okay, what is the total distance, Andre? So AB plus BC. So add its magnitude, simply we are going to get the distance. Okay, next important thing is displacement. Displacement is a physical quantity, so which can be explained similar to distance. Displacement is a shortest route or a path traveled by an object in a given direction. Note this point, these are students, in this given direction. It's not irrespective of the direction, it is a given direction, is called displacement. It means displacement should be depend upon both magnitude as well as a direction. Hence, it is called as a vector quantity. Example, the person A is traveling from A to B, then B to C, then C to D in different directions in different path. Okay, so this is distance covered by AB plus BC plus CD. Okay, its shortest distance is your displacement, that is AD, and it is denoted by arrow mark on the symbol. Okay, next is second diagram also, it is very clear. So from A to, yes, traveling a distance in a curve, but your displacement is straight. It means it is always in the given directions. Next, it is represented by arrow mark on the symbol. Okay, so SI unit is required physical quantity. Which is a physical quantity you are taken, based on that you are going to write the SI unit. So next, in this diagram, observe here a circle, its radii are AQ and BQ. This A is traveling in a circular path. Okay, and again he has reached the final point. It means initial point as a final point. He has covered the total distance is circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r. But what about its displacement? So displacement, whenever your initial position become a final position, so then displacement become a zero. Okay, students. Next, distance time graph. So any things or any concepts, if you are going to represent in a graph, means two things is necessary. That is, always we are going to represent x-axis on y-axis. Okay, here distance and time are the two things we are going to represent in a graph. So distance we are going to take in meter, time we are going to take in minutes. Okay, represent time in minutes on x-axis and distance or in kilometers on y-axis. For this, you want to take the scale. X-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 minutes. Y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers. So representing the distance is required time and the graph. Let us observe this graph. Okay, students, do you understand? Okay, right. Next is numerical problems based on distance and displacement. Example number 1. A boy starts to walk towards east about 4 meters, then towards south about 3 meters. Find total distance by a boy is covered. Full stop. And also find its shortest distance or displacement to his house. For this, we should draw a lined diagram. Here A is start from here in the east direction, that is about 4 meter. Then B to C is a south direction 3 meter. Okay. Total distance covered by a boy is just you can add its magnitudes AB plus BC. That is AB is equal to 4 meter, BC is equal to 3 meter. Total distance is 7 meter. Then the displacement, it means shortest distance, that is S is equal to AC is equal to measure distance by scale, that is AC is equal to 5 meter. Next, one more problem. Example number 2. A farmer along the boundary of square field of side 10 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? So whenever they are given the numerical problems, dear students, please always you can remember. So 2 or 3 times you can read the problem, because of problem is containing everything. If you are very clear in the problem, then solution of problem is very simple. Okay. So a farmer along the boundary of square field. So this is the diagram. A square field, ABCD is a square. So time for one round is 40 seconds. Displacement in 20 minutes 20 seconds is 60 into 2. It means 2 minutes. 2 minutes means 60 seconds for each minute plus 20 seconds. 120 plus 20, that is equal to 140 seconds. Number of rounds by a farmer in 140 seconds is total time divided by time for one round. That is 140 divided by 40. It should become 3.5 rounds. After 3.5 rounds, farmer position is at C. Then its displacement, shortest distance AC. Then you can draw a line here. Then it should become right angle triangle. Then apply the Pythagoras statement. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Then AC is equal to square root of AB square plus BC square. Then substitute the side of the square field, that is 10. Square root of 10 square plus 10 square. Then AC is equal to square root of 100 plus 100. It should become square root of 200. Then AC is equal to 10 root 2 meter. It is the shortest distance of the farmer. Okay. Right. So next, dear students, this much only we can explain in this class. Based on this, please take the homework. Question number 1. Describe the motion with our own example. Question number 2. Define the term rest. Next, question number 3. Write types of motions. Question number 4. Write difference between uniform and non-uniform motion. Question number 5. Write difference between scalar quantity and vector quantity. Question number 6. List the physical quantities of physics. Question number 7. What is meant by distance? Mention its SI unit. Next, question number 8. What is meant by displacement? Mention its SI unit. Question number 9. An object is moved through a distance. Can it have a zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. Question number 10. Which of the following is true for the displacement? Option A, it cannot be a zero. Option B, magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Question number 11. From the following diagram, find the distance and displacement covered by an object A to A. Here observe the diagram. Next important thing is this much only, students. So thank you.